Hey, Dr. Ben with ViveWell Health. Today we're going to talk about healthy water. And I've got Evan, the owner of Water Works. We formed a unique partnership where we've really actually had some fun talking even about water purity and just the role of having clean water in our toxic environment. So maybe you could tell us a little bit more about what you're learning.
Sure, absolutely. So Waterworks was founded out of a necessity. There's a lot of different water filtration companies out of there or out in Colorado currently. We just wanted to base everything off the chemistry and provide a service.
Yeah.
Ultimately, that service will lead to a healthier life, hopefully an extended longevity of life,
Mm-hmm.
just a better overall sense of well-being, for your safety as well as any of your kin and your kids and pets alike.
Yeah.
What I'm learning more and more is you can go down a pretty aggressive rabbit hole with water, but it's true, just like reading Rainbow, the more you know. And I'm learning a lot more about, toxins that exist in the water, whether it's herbicides, pesticides, heavy metals, radionuclides in Colorado are a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
But, it all starts with the chemistry and testing, and then how can we move forward with the removal of said items to make you a healthier person.
This is why it's a really natural partnership because we already are investigating into environmental pollutants, toxic metals, and many of the biological toxins that are affecting people's health, their energy production. And many of these are known to cause autoimmunity or decreased energy levels, decreased ATP production. But some of them are even known to be carcinogenic. And I think people are really surprised to find out that the federal and state water systems have mandates for certain chemicals, but not for others. And what are you finding in your evaluations of people's water systems?
Depends on location. Every well is going to be different. Even the municipalities, you have a few different sources of information out there. One we utilize is EWG, consumer confidence reports, and then when we're in the field, we actually test on site.
Mm-hmm.
From these, you can decipher a lot. There's byproducts of industrial runoffs, there's byproducts of pesticides, there's byproducts of even the disinfectants you use.
Yep.
So we treat kind of each thing individually. Denver sends out a Brita filter when you move in.
For good reason.
Yes.
Right? They have lead problems in their water, which leads to lower IQ, neurodegenerative illnesses, and cardiovascular illness, just to name a few. We're actually finding that many people have retained levels of pesticides, herbicides, heck, triclosan. I mean, this is in our antibacterial soap. There's also discussions, we're not measuring it, but hormones, right? There's so many people on birth control and they don't seem to remove the birth control from the water. So we're drinking hormone infused water. And then of course we have an estrogen issue right now with the population and all kinds of fertility crises. And the list goes on of all these things. So we're really committed to helping people build resilience, right? This idea that you can hold your head high and enjoy yourself when you're going out in life. But it's different. Each person has their own specific capacity to retain toxins, right? And so based on your genetics and your unique environmental exposures, people then build up this very unique combination of toxins, which is a drag, literally, on their energy.
Well, and if we can kind of remove it from, the water source, whatever's in there, if we can filter it out, completely remove it, exchange it out, whatever that looks like. Also, the partnership on our side is looking at it from an inside-out perspective. If you have this built up in your system, for you, how do you remove it, or what's your process of identifying and?
Well, that's a really good, thank you. So, it's interesting. People have this, sediment in their body, right? And we've seen even people who they've done like some sort of toxin testing elsewhere where they wake up and do their first morning urine. And then we find that we're able to provoke people to have better release of certain toxins. And there's all kinds of discussion about whether or not it's good to provoke or not. But I think most people are glad to know what's been stuck inside them. And so we use a number of options where we can work with your internal intestinal and digestive system to maximize excretion through the liver and into the intestines. There's a number of binders. We use chelation, which is a a group of nutrients they work like static cling to
Okay.
help grab onto toxic metals to pull those out. And then we actually have a dialysis procedure called EBU where we're able to filter out biological toxins, environmental pollutants, and then the metals, in addition to a bunch of other lipids and other things. So we actually even have some data to show that we can remove microplastics from waters with ultrafiltration, which I'm sure you're already aware of since you can probably do that too.
Yes, there's a couple different ways to remove them, but that's in essence, I would say first remove the bottle from the bottled water.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be a good place to start. But yeah, ultrafiltration, reverse osmosis, even carbon to some extent for the larger particles can trap it. And that's why we look at it. Should we filter it? Should we exchange it? Do we need to use membrane technology to remove it? What does that look like? And that's how we proceed with a filtration system customized to the person as well as the home chemistry.
This is the part that I'm actually the most fascinated by and excited for is we have a growing list of patients who are startled with how many toxins are they're ingesting on a continual basis that seem to pass the federal and state regulations for mandated testing and reporting. And so ultimately, people really need to be proactive for their own health. And one of the steps for a detox lifestyle, right? This isn't just like an event in your life. It's actually living into a future where you know what the problems are for your body, for your environment. But we have a number of people who've been asking, what water filter should I buy for my house? Is it necessary for me to be thinking about the water that I bathe in, right? And then, of course, we think about our skin's our largest organ, and we
Made
absorb,
up of mostly water.
yeah, and so we absorb all these things, whether it's VOCs or pesticides and other things through our skin, and we bathe our kids in this stuff. And so it just, honestly, I feel like I woke up. And so I'm really excited that all the ViveWell patients are going to be able to get 10% off a premium engineered solution for their home, for their water system, because like anything in medicine, also in water, there's no one size fits all. And that's, we were even just talking about, well, do you want to install the filter before or after your plants? Because there's pesticides in your water and herbicides, and your lawn will probably grow better if you're not killing it actively right in the water.
We even have clients who do botany and gardens and anything for that, and we use different technology from them, whether it's a person bathing in it. And so, yeah, it's fit to suit or suited to fit the exact needs of what's it calling for.
Yeah, precision, high-end, premium water purification services through Water Works, and I'm so excited to introduce this to our ViveWell customers. Patients really care about premium, and they want the best for their families, and so I'm happy to be able to partner with you, and I'm looking forward to getting mine set up at my house.
Absolutely, and in kind, we're excited to partner with ViveWell Health. It's definitely something to look into for our clients. If you want to take it a step further, yes, we filtered it from the water from your home, but it could still be in your environment inside. Absolutely, I'd be happy to come here and looking forward to being a client myself.
Thank you very much. Absolutely. Glad for this partnership.
Yes, sir.